What is up, guys? This is Andrew with mywatchedition.com with another watch review for this weekend. Now, this weekend, something a little bit different. It's a watch that was actually built for me by PK Horology. This is a custom-built watch that I absolutely know nothing about what it looks like. Talk a little bit about that design process here in a minute, but before we get started, two quick things. Quick wrist check. Watch of the day is the Reactor Warp that I received in almost 6 months ago, 8 months ago now, reviewed in one of my early videos on. Second thing is, before we get started, if you have not already, hit that subscribe button down in the right hand corner so you can see what watches I have coming out in the future. But it just made me think of something about this watch. How many of you guys out there actually wear a watch depending on the outfit you're wearing? It just dawned on me like 30 seconds ago that the reason I put on this watch today is because it's got navy blue and yellow in the dial and I'm wearing a navy blue shirt. How many of you guys actually think that far ahead and pick out your watch simply based on what you're wearing? Or like in my case, sometimes I actually pick out what I'm wearing based on what watch I want to wear. Just curious what you guys think about that. Anyway, PK Horology is a company owned by a man by the name of Peter Kuzbinski. If I pronounce that wrong, Peter, I apologize 1000%. I'm known to butcher names. Anyway, came across Peter in a Facebook group that I'm a member of, and which led me very quickly to his Facebook group, PK Horology. Now, Peter does a lot of custom-built watches, custom design watches, and he actually builds them himself, everything from the dial to whatever it may be. Now, typically, in a typical environment or a typical interaction with Peter, what he'll do is he'll sit down with his customer and he'll say, okay, let's talk about all the different options that you could want on your watch and let's see how we can make them fit. More of a consultative approach. And I've seen him work with people. They'll pick out their dials, they'll pick out the dial design, the hands, the case design, straps, movement, you name it. If you can think of it on a watch, Peter can figure out a way to do it. And even if you can't think of something on a watch, I've seen Peter figure out a way to do it. But what was really neat about that process, or me watching him with other people in that process, is that he takes the time to sit down and actually figure out what the customer really, really wants. So when I approached Peter about actually building a watch for me, I threw him a curveball. I kind of actually feel bad for him because he had no idea because he had just met me what he was getting himself into. But basically, how it started was this. I messaged Peter and said, hey, I'd like you to build me a watch so that I can take a look at it on my channel. And he said, okay. And he went into his consultation approach and started asking me what I would like in it. And I said, time out. I want this to be a surprise watch. What I'm going to do is I am going to send you some of your own watch designs that I like. And then I want you to come up with something completely different in the respect that you know the dial designs that I like, you know the case styles I like, you know the bands I like. I don't want to know what it is. I don't want to pick out the watch. I want you to build a watch based on your impression of what I like. Which, yes, guys, I completely recognize this is ludicrous to be able to say to somebody, you know what, build me a watch that I'm going to like, but I'm not going to tell you what I want it to look like. So in Peter's defense, I kind of feel like I threw him a curveball outside of his normal business practices with this one. But that's the exact reason why I wanted to do it. I wanted to see what kind of creativity Peter could come up with just based on a few simple facts that he knew about me, because I've seen this work that Peter has done, and this guy is so incredibly talented. I have not seen anybody, I've not met anybody in my life that is as artistically talented as this guy when it comes to watchmaking. So he built the watch. We had next to no communication during the process because, again, I wasn't going to tell him what I wanted. I wanted him to build a watch based on what he knew about me and based on what the type of designs or type of impression that he thought I liked. So that's what he did. That's what we have here today. That's what we are going to rip open and take a look at with you. Now, confession. We're going to open this watch. We're going to take a look at it real quick, and then I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to reach out to Peter once I finally opened it, because I haven't seen this guy yet. But we're going to reach out to Peter once I finally opened it, and I'm going to find some more information out about the watch. Things that I just don't know because I'm new to the hobby. I want to know from him specifically some of the details that he put into it so that I can include it and share it with you guys. So let's tear into this guy and see what we have. So while I am while I'm tearing into this guy, as I mentioned, I met Peter online. He's pretty active on Facebook. He's also pretty active on Instagram. So after I can finally figure out how to get this open without creating too much of a mess, definitely check out the description section below, because I will post up links to all of his social media profiles. He has a website that highlights some of the watches that he has for sale. Additionally, he is very active on Instagram and Facebook. I'll also post up the link to his Facebook group. I would highly recommend checking that out because he's got a lot of really, really cool designs. And he packed the hell out of this thing, so you guys actually get to see my real struggle with me trying to open this while not showing you guys all of our shipping addresses, because that just wouldn't be right. All right, there goes another bag. Now, let's see what we have here. All right, let's open this guy up. Wow. Look at this box. Right out of the gate. Look at the box on that. That's nice. I don't even know what to call it, what color to call it. It's almost like a reddish orange. All right, guys, this is the time. Let's see what we have. Wow. No freaking way. No way. Look at that. Wow. I'm shaking. I don't know if you guys can see it in my hands, but I'm shaking right now. This watch is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Look at that skull, Punisher skull dial. Wow. And this red leather NATO strap. That's absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Now, I'm gonna post up some of the I can't even freaking talk right now. I'm so blown away. I'm gonna show, I'll post up some of the reference designs that I had sent him that I like. And this is what he came up with. And this is even an automatic movement. Wow. Wow. All right, guys, I'm gonna pause for a minute, and I'm gonna go call Peter so I can find out more about this watch. But that thing is absolutely sick. Absolutely amazing. Wow. All right, guys, give me a minute to collect myself and go give Peter a call, because this watch is ridiculous. All right, guys, here is a much closer view of this custom built watch from PK Horology. Again, guys, I'm still shaking. I'm still blown away by this watch. If we take a look around this watch a little bit, I mean, just everything right down to the screw down crown on this, the black case, which I absolutely love, in this I'm gonna call it vintage, almost distressed red leather NATO strap. That dial though, guys, look at that dial. The detail that went into that, I just keep trying to get it closer for you guys. Look at that. If I can get it in focus would be nice, Andrew. That's I don't know, that is nuts. So this guy does have a Japanese miyota movement in it. He knows that I like automatics, and that's what he put in this guy for me. So this guy should be rock solid and ready to go the mile for me. Now, as I mentioned, I was just going to reach out to Peter. I just reached out to him and talked to him a little bit about this. When he actually made this watch, because it was a surprise and he didn't know what direction to go with it, he actually made 4 different dials for this one and actually ended up going with this dial because it's the one that he thought would fit me the best, and I think he nailed it. But to tell you a little bit about this guy and about the type of character he has, I mean, he made 4 different dials for this watch and just showed me all 4 different dials, and he actually offered to swap out the dial if I wanted one of the other ones. I mean, that's ridiculous. I don't know. I think Peter definitely has a customer for life in me on this one, because he's got me blown away. I'm so speechless about this watch, and I haven't even shown you guys yet something he pointed out to me about this watch that I personally haven't seen anybody do. Don't know if it's out there. Again, guys, you know I'm new to this hobby, so it's very possible that it's out there and I've just have never seen it. But I'm going to show you guys something here in a minute that absolutely blew me away. The great thing about Peter and his business is he 1000% stands behind his work. I can't tell you how many times he's messaged me and said, you know what, if you're not happy, I'll give you your money back. If you're not happy, I'll make it right. I am 1000% happy with this, guys. You guys have seen the watches that I like, and this one is by far one of my favorites. Not only because of the fact that it's aesthetically what I like, but this is a guy that didn't know me from anybody, didn't know me from Adam, and I pointed out a couple of things. He did a little bit of research and he nailed spot on something that I absolutely love. Now we're going to take a look here and see if I can show you what he pointed out to me that I have never seen done before. So let's see if we can do this. Look at that, guys. Look at that dial. Look at the lume on that freaking watch. I don't know how else to explain it, but that is amazing. Now, guys, you have to recognize that I'm in a room with video lights, so it's very bright in here, but you guys have seen me use this before. It's just a handheld black light. And I'll get some better pictures of this watch in the dark later, but look at the lume on that. I'm just absolutely blown away. I don't know how else to explain it. That is, for lack of a better term, this watch is 1000% badass. All right, guys, I appreciate you taking a look at this watch with me. I'm gonna leave you with some close-up pictures of this watch, but more importantly, down in the description, if you want to get a hold of Peter at PK Horology, all of his links to his social media, his Facebook group, his website are all going to be down below in the description. I absolutely 1000% urge you guys to reach out to Peter, because the craftsmanship in this, the artistic design in this is amazing. And definitely, even if you're just interested, go and check out his Instagram account. Again, it's posted up in the description below, and you'll be able to see some of the past watch designs or the past watches that he's built. And I guarantee you, I don't care what kind of watch you like, you're going to be able to find a design of his that strikes you. So guys, definitely give Peter a chance, reach out to him. I'm not going to tell you how much this watch cost, but I can tell you that I would have paid double what I did for this watch. Absolutely, absolutely amazing. Peter, thank you very, very much. Thank you for nailing exactly what I wanted without even knowing what I wanted. All right, guys, stick around because coming up this week, we have a bunch more watches to take a look at. As always, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me at mywatchaddiction.com. And don't forget, if you want to see what's on my wrist on a daily basis, you can follow us on Instagram at Instagram/watchaddiction.us. Thank you guys and have a great weekend.